Before we go on a ride, check out this interior. It's like a brown, like an off-white or light gray. It has this little accent right here. It has like a ebony or brown wood grain, synthetic wood grain right there. And check out these seats. Looking nice. It has that diamond pattern here, like a light blue or a teal stitching going on, kind of subtle contrast stitching. Then it transitions to this kind of brown color here. Yeah, this interior is very impressive. They added this kind of raised magnetic pad right here for the wireless charger. And my phone doesn't have that feature, so it doesn't like stick to it like a normal magnet. So it just kind of slides on there and it gets propped up by it. But you notice it's not really like in the center of my phone, but it seems to charge usually. But I think this is best for I think certain iPhones and certain phones that will stick to that magnet and hold it in place. So mine, I guess it depends. It seems like it still charges usually. I haven't had any problem with it flashing or whatever, and I like the way it has an indicator there. So just because it's not in the very center of the phone, I guess it doesn't really matter. But if you have that type of phone where it's able to magnetize onto that surface, it'll be ideal for those type of phones. When they redesigned this in 2025, they replaced the CVT with a 9-speed automatic transmission. So you don't have the CVT anymore in the Murano. And so that's what a lot of people like. You know, the 9-speed is fine. It's able to shift, has plenty of speed ratios to handle, or gear ratios to handle the variable compression engine that the vehicle has. And you can hear the engine sometimes, but overall it's a fairly quiet vehicle and comfortable. The seats are really nice. Very impressed with the vehicle. When I got in, it feels like there's lots of room around me and I don't feel claustrophobic, and the seats are very comfortable. And they, you know, they have heated and ventilated seat controls, heated steering wheel, stuff like that. So this trim is loaded up. So it's just an enjoyable vehicle to drive. And the suspension is pretty good too. You know, you hear road noise, you hear some outside noises, but overall it's mostly pretty quiet. And so smooth, quiet, and comfortable. It pretty much does a good job on all that. But seat comfort and everything. Now this one has the hands-free system for the ProPilot. It has the ProPilot Assist 2.1. The last one I drove did not have that. It had just the regular ProPilot, like 1.1 or something like that. This one has a little camera right here that keeps an eye on your face as you're driving. And if you're on certain highways, which there's one up ahead, then you'll be able to drive without holding the steering wheel. And you just set the cruise control and it'll go from green to red to blue. So the green is like the normal, you know, lane keep assist system, adaptive cruise control, activation, and then the blue system, the blue light when it turns on here on the dash and on the heads-up display. Let's go ahead and turn on the. There we go. So we turn that on, and so yeah, just setting the cruise control right now, and you can see I think you can see that the heads-up display is, you know, there's more stuff on it when you have the cruise control turned on. And the head-up display is fairly well done. I mean, it's clear and it has good information. It's not distracting. It doesn't interfere with your view. All right, so there we go. We have the green showing up, showing that it's seeing the lines on the road, and has the ProPilot Assist is active, which is, in this case, is a hands-on system with the green. The blue is the hands-off system, and that only works on certain highways. And it's not that many highways around where I live, so I have to drive far away for where I normally drive in order to get to a road to demonstrate it. I'll go ahead and set it, cruise control, and just kind of like see how long it takes before the hands-off system activates. All right, so we got to get up to 70 here, so we don't get run over. So it turned green. Now we have some stuff going on here on the screen which shows there we go, now it's blue. So it shows the vehicles around us. and got behind a slope hook, I guess. Now he's speeding up. But you can see what's activated here on the screen, but also in the heads-up display showing the different lanes. It's kind of stuck right now, apparently. Okay, so it's just kind of refreshes every once in a while, I suppose. But yeah, now we have the hands-off system with the blue activated. So heads-up display showing it, the screen down here showing it. And so now I just pay attention to the road because there's a camera looking at my eyes, and there's little illuminators, which are infrared illuminators, which you can see through sunglasses, and I can also see my face at nighttime. So as I'm driving, I can watch the road. As long as I'm watching the road, I can keep my hands off the steering wheel, and it'll kind of stay in the lane. It seems pretty solid. Doesn't tend to wander so much or hug the center lane so much. And it's able to use its camera system to see around the vehicle. So it's able to see the lanes here and see that we have a dotted line here. We don't have a solid line, so it's recognizing that. It's showing a white line to the right and a yellow line to the left, so it's all showing that out here on the screen. And then it's able to show vehicles around me. So let me slow down slightly here, so we can wait for this vehicle to show up. Okay, so there's a vehicle passing me now. It's showing up here on the blind spot detection system. It's showing it passing. It's showing an additional lane open up because there's an exit there. Now it went away. So yeah, it's just kind of showing you on the screen what it sees. It's not really necessary, because, but it's able to, I guess, to give you confidence that it's able to see around the vehicle enough. So the blind spot detection system, not only does it have the little indicator on the side mirror, but it also shows up on the heads-up display and here on the screen here. So you have screen, heads-up display, and on the side there. All right. So yeah, pretty neat system. And yeah, so far it's like rock solid in the lane. And once again, this is only on certain highways. This isn't back roads or anything like that. And it's not that many, but I assume that the highway system, they're going to add more as time goes on, but as it is now, the hands-free system is very limited as far as the roads and the highways that you're able to drive it on. And as you can see, like if you're on the highway, you're not using the steering wheel much anyway, you're just kind of holding the lane, so that's all it's really doing. And don't confuse this with a self-driving system. This is not a self-driving system. This is a lane-holding system. This is not going to, avoid hitting road obstacles or deer or anything like that. Now if there's a vehicle in front of you that slows down, it's going to slow down, just normal stuff like that. But yeah, it's not a self-driving system. It's a lane-holding system. You have to pay attention to the road. You're driving, it's just holding the lane for you. Similar to a cruise control holds the speed for you. You're still driving. And 100% responsible for driving. So keep that in mind with these type of systems. So yeah, the 2025 model had the ProPilot Assist regular one, which just has a hand, you hold the hands on the steering wheel, which it does have a grip sensor. And then this is the hands off. So if I were to cover up this camera and it can't see me, then it's going to give me a warning. Hands on the wheel, can't see face clearly. You see it switches back to the green where I have to hold the steering wheel. As soon as it's able to see me again, then it goes back to the blue hands-off system.